So for the first one, you're going to open up your fabric, and then you're going to fold kind of in a flay form. We are not cutting a full flay, just to give it that fuller effect at the hem part of it. So once you go ahead and fold it this way, you see that this side will give you a fuller effect. So by the time you cut, this should be the hem part, it will give you a more fuller effect. But I'm not going to be using this method today. The second method is also going to be is going to give you a full effect too. So I'm going to be using that second method. So I'll go ahead and fold my fabric. So guys, so for the second method, I folded my fabric into two. So what I folded here is my bust measurement divided by 4 plus about 4 to 5 inches. If you're making use of more than 1 inch for your stitching allowance, please increase the measurement. But what you're going to be folding is anything from 4 inches up. So that's what I have here. So we're going to go ahead and start inserting our measurement. So for this style, I'll be making it for a 7 to 8 year old. So I will place my tape at the starting point, and then I'll measure my length. Please go ahead and impute your length everywhere necessary. So I already marked my length, and then I'll go ahead and add 1 inch stitching allowance to it. This marking chalk is so bad, it's staining the clothes. So I'll go ahead and connect this line straight. So I'll be starting my measurement at this point, because that point, the other side is the where you have the fabric label that I want to cut out. So I'll be using it for the hem. So I'll just use this side for the starting point. So I'll go ahead and insert my shoulder measurement divided by 2 plus ½ inch stitching allowance to attach the sleeve. Once I am done with that, I'll go ahead and insert my bust point. So my bust point is my shoulder measurement divided by 2 plus about 0.5 inches to 1 inch, depending on how free you want your armhole to be. So I'll go ahead and make a point there, and then I'll connect this point straight. So at that bust point, the line is not straight. I think it's because of how I am standing. So at that bust point, I'm going to go ahead and insert my bust measurement divided by 4. I'll make a mark there, and then for me, I usually add 1.25 inches to my, so this 1.25 inches, I'll be using ½ inch to stitch it down, and then the remaining one is just for ease. And then okay guys, so as I was recording, I didn't know it stopped recording. So I inserted my half length and then connected the bust points measurement coming to the half length, but it's not going to be in a straight form, kind of in a slanted form. And then from there, you connect to the hem. So you're not connecting, the way we connect our A-line gown, just this way. No, that's not how you're going to connect it. Once you get to the half length, you kind of move your hand away and then connect all the way, so that this side will have more volume compared to the upper side of the gown. So I'll go ahead and cut this out. And remember, I said this is the back. Okay guys, so I went ahead to cut out another one. So this is for our back, the first one that we just cut out for our back. So this is the front. So at the center front, you can see I added 2.5 inches for my buttonhole, and then also the neckline is 2.5 inches, while the neck width is the same thing with the back. The back neck width is 1 inch. For the neck depth, I mean, is 1 inch. So this is what I have. So that's the only difference from the back and the front. So we are going to go ahead and cut out our sleeve. But before we cut out our sleeve, we are going to I'm going to go ahead and prepare our buttonhole. So for our buttonhole, I'm going to open up my fabric, I'm going to open up my shirt in the center front, and then I'll fold by half of an inch and then fold over by 1 inch, and then I'll stitch down from the beginning to the end. I'll do the same thing for the other side of the front. Okay guys, for the sleeve, I folded my fabric into 2, so I'll be cutting the sleeve separately. I'll go ahead and take the length of my sleeve plus my stitching allowance, so which is at 20 inches. And then at this point, I'll mark my round sleeve measurement divided by 2, and then I'll add my stitching allowance to it, and then I'll come down from that starting point for my slit height cap by 3 inches, and then I'll connect with my free hand this way. You can use your curve to do this. I have a tutorial on how to draft your basic bodice. Please check this description box for it. And then at this point, I'm going to be adding my half of my round sleeve measurement, and then I'll add my stitching allowance to it. So this side we're just adding our stitching allowance to it. So I'm adding 1.25, which includes the allowance for ease. So I'll go ahead and connect this. So this is what we have. I'll go ahead and cut it, and then I'll duplicate it for the other sleeve. So guys, this is what we have. So I'm done stitching down the buttonhole. So I'll bring in the back bodice, and then at this point you'll be doing front facing front. So I'll open it up this way, and then I'll bring in the front bodice. I'll place it this way. Remember, we are doing front facing front, and then I'll go ahead and stitch the 2 shoulders, and then for the sleeve I'll go ahead and hem it. Okay guys, look at what we have now, or the stage we are now. So I've done stitching down the shoulder, and then I just serged the sleeve. I'm going to fold it in by half of an inch and then stitch it down. So I also went ahead to attach the sleeve to the bodice. So the next thing we are going to be doing is to stitch the seam side. So I'll place it this way, front facing front, and I'll stitch from the sleeve all the way to the hem, and I'll do the same thing for the other side. So these are the signs. They are for buttonhole. So this is the first, the second, that's up, and then this down. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to use this. So these are the decorative stitches, and this is where to select. If you want number 17, you put 17 to be on this arrow. So that's where to use it. So the first thing we're going to be doing is to change our stitching length to anything less than 1. So I'll be leaving it here. Then the next